Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what? What's up, Ranche? Yeah, what happened? My end, it went to offline screen for a moment. Oh. Oh, so you didn't hear my olive joke? Okay, it's fine now. Oh, did it happen to you too, Dream? Oh. So I said, why do we call them olives and not Grease's pieces? In my street? Oh shit, I think, did my stream go down? So, Ranche, have you heard of Reese's Pieces? My stream did go down. Okay, my stream went offline for a brief second. Sorry about that, guys. It's weird because it doesn't show on my Streamlabs capture anyway. I don't see anywhere that it's like, oh, you went offline for X number of times. But okay, so you know what Reese's Pieces are. They're, you know, little peanut butter candies, little peanut butter hard-shelled candies. And you know that olives come from Greece. Well, they come from other places, but Greece is known for olives. So instead of calling them olives, we should call them Grease's Pieces. It's a dumb joke, but I love it. I mean, your wafer should be called Jesus Pieces. Oh, no. No. Communion wafers should be called Christ checks. Or Holios. Instead of Cheerios, call them Holios. I wonder if my stream went out because my internet might have cut out unbeknownst to myself, because it has been quite rainy and windy today, and there's a possibility that can cut out my internet, which is dumb, I know, but what happens when you live in a place that's older than fucking dirt, whose infrastructure is crap? Man, this power washer is super powerful. Hence the name, Power Washer. I'm sorry, that was bad. Whee! Ooh, this little jazzy tune we got going on here. So much power. Cricket sounds like summer. Yeah. What song is this? Serene and Sweet Adieu from Genshin Impact. Oh, that was the end of the fucking video. That's the end of that group of songs. Ooh. Lo-fi video game beats 2. Yeah, but it's winter. Let's go with relaxing winter video game music. Do, 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 do. Ding. You have your own theme music. Oh god, he has his own theme music and everything. My spinach puffs. Alright, which window frame is it? You. There it is. Nailed it. Why am I not wearing the purple outfit? I bought the purple. Why am I not wearing it? Squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeakums. He says you missed a spot. Can I only change my outfit in multiplayer mode? Change my gloves. Clothing. There we go. There we go. Now that I'm using the most powerful fucking pressure washer, this should go fairly quickly. Why is she purple? Because I like purple? Dumb meme. Oh, my apologies. This Harvest Moon? It is Harvest Moon back to nature, winter. I've played way too much of that game to know what the winter theme song is. Trying to remember what game that was from. Which I kind of feel bad because, was it last year? Maybe year before last? No, I think it was last year. I for the month of November, well, not the month, I actually set up a day and I did a charity stream for donations towards a local Navy submariners vet hall that does they do a Thanksgiving dinner for, you know, active duty and retired Navy submariners in the area. It's a nice little place, you know, bunch of crusty old farts, you know, crusty old sea dogs, you know, telling big lies. But, and a friend of mine, she's a friend of mine and she's a coworker. Surprised you didn't do that this year. Yeah, I had thought about doing it, but I don't know, something didn't really feel it this year. I don't know why, but I might do it next year, or I might set up for I might do it next year. But what I did for that stream was, you know, because it was for food, you know, basically all the donations went so that they could purchase the food for Thanksgiving foods and stuff. Because my coworker is the one, she sets it up, and usually she only asks our fellow coworkers there at the office, a couple of friends outside of it, and then, you know, asks for any friend, you know, any of our coworkers who have friends who want to donate as well. And, you know, we get some decent, you know, she would get some decent, you know, food stuffs so she would take food and money. And I was like, you know what? I didn't tell her I was doing it, but I basically was like, I'm doing this, you know, all the donations are going to go towards this organization. You know, this little event thing. And so surprised her with, you know, with the money we made. I think because I basically set the donation goal at $200, and I said I would match it up to $200. Anything beyond it, I wouldn't be able to match, but I would match it up to $200. So I think we wound up making like $430 something. But I did a kind of a sort of theme to the donation, in that the game that I played for the stream was Harvest Moon Back to Nature. And the idea was that I'm essentially growing the food for the Thanksgiving feast. And that that music playing just reminded me of that. So I might do it again next year. Because I kind of like the idea of themes on the streams. Let's do, I think we're gonna do the playground, and then I think I'm gonna call it after that, because I just realized what time it is. But I like the idea of a theme. Like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm playing this game because, you know, on all the donations will go towards, you know, this thing. And so the game is kind of themed around said thing somehow, or I find a way to make it themed around that. I don't know, makes it more interesting, makes it more fun. Kind of like, you know, the theme of this month of streams. It's like, it's an advent calendar. I don't know what game I'm going to stream. You don't know what game I'm going to play. You know, and every day I'm opening up on stream an advent calendar to see, and we all get surprised on what the game is. I like that. It was much appreciated. Oh yeah, my friend, she was shocked and surprised because I was like, hey, you know, I walked up to her and was like, hey, you know, you're collecting donations and all that kind of stuff. I was like, I did a live stream over the weekend, and the goal was, you know, and all the donations would go towards this, you know, for you, for the vet hall kind of thing. And she was like, oh, that's nice, that's cool. And I was like, yeah, so here's $435. And she's like, I'm sorry, what? She's like, what? Like, yeah, here's the money that we made and that I made. And I told her, you know, the theme that I did for it and all that kind of stuff. And she was just like, holy crap, thank you so much. So all in all, I think with all the other cash donations and the food donations that she got, I think it wound up being about, I think like $520 just in cash, and the rest was food donation. But yeah, it was like the like I said, it's a, you know, submarine veteran, and to be honest, like, even though it's a sub-vet, you know, hall, and like, you know, it's usually submarine veterans who, you know, frequent the place, they're open to any military personnel and their families. Like, it's, you know, retired or not, they're open to all of them because, you know, it's to help, you know, build camaraderie and community and all that kind of stuff. And the Thanksgiving stuff is actually a really nice thing because, again, kind of like with what my dad does, you know, he did when he was in the Navy, of like, a lot of times you got guys who, you know, and girls, you know, you got guys and gals, you know, men and women who either can't get home to visit family around that time, or just don't have family around that time. And so that place is a place for them to go and have a Thanksgiving meal with people, and, you know, and be around people, you know, to celebrate that, you know. And so it's a very nice thing. It's a very good thing. And so, you know, I wanted to support it. Open to them all. Saves having to hunt people down to goof on them for what branch they went to. Into. Oh yeah. Every branch makes fun of each branch. But you know, so yeah, you know, and it's a local place, and I wanted to support it, and I wanted my community to, you know, support it as well. So yeah, I might do it again next year, because this year I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it or not, because not to say that nobody would want to watch it, but I just also kind of thought, like, do I want to do that, you know, do the Navy branch, you know, the little local place again, or would I want to, you know, try, you know, a different organization, you know, I don't know. But no, but you know, I think next year I'll do the local place again. And I'll probably do Harvest Moon again, because that was the other thing. Like it was initially Harvest Moon, but then I set a donation goal because people mentioned it, and I thought it'd be funny of if we hit a goal, which I think was the final goal, that I would get into a Discord call, stream Sea of Thieves for it. Yeah, like that was the thing. One of the goals was, or the final goal was, if we reached it, I would jump onto Sea of Thieves and I would get my dad into a Discord call. And, like I said, he's a retired Navy submariner. And just talk to him about, what it was like in the Navy. People could ask him questions, all that kind of stuff. And so, surprisingly, we hit it. So the stream started off as Harvest Moon, but then swapped over to Sea of Thieves. And, my dad being in the Discord call and just answering questions and talking about, life in the military, all that kind of stuff. So it was nice. It was fun. For Sea of Thieves, though, to be honest, I would, if I wasn't doing the advent calendar thing, I think the other idea I would have had for a charity stream would have been doing, like, set up a charity stream for, like Toys for Tots, kind of, like donations for, children, toys for kids kind of thing, and Christmas for kids kind of stuff. But the theme would be Sea of Thieves, but the goal is we collect treasure and go give it to other people. We play reverse. We would do reverse Santa Claus, basically. Like, whatever treasure we get, we find other players on the Sea of Thieves and we give them the gifts. Hell, I would do that for not charity. I would do that for on Christmas Day. I wouldn't be surprised if Bomber has that as my Christmas Day thing. But of just like, Merry Christmas, here's a gift. I'm giving you treasure. I would go do adventures and then go give them all of it. Like go find someone, and especially on Christmas Day, because it's like, you come across somebody who, maybe they got Sea of Thieves for Christmas. And so they're like, yay, I'm new to Sea of Thieves. I've always wanted to play it. Like, here is treasure. Here you go. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you celebrate. Happy Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Who knows? Who cares? I think that would be a fun thing to do too. Kind of like Crotux post Mateys. It's like, we hunt you down to then give you treasure and then scurry away. Oh, when I was your age moment. Yeah, like I like the idea of themes. Like, I like doing variety streams. I like, playing whatever moods swings me, And yeah, a lot of times my varieties tends to stay between, within certain games, like Sea of Thieves, Final Fantasy 14. The music is getting loud. Shadow on the Snow, Horizon Zero Dawn. That's another game I have the first one. Don't have the new one, but I have the first Horizon game and I've yet to play it. But yeah, so yes, I like to stick to, you know, certain games. It's like, ooh, this, you know, because they're fun to stream. VR chat's fun to stream. You know, Sea of Thieves is fun to stream. Final Fantasy 14 is fun to stream. Things like that. But I also like, you know, playing whatever the mood swings me. But I also like setting up themes of like, hey, you know, I'm going to play this game because we're doing this or because of this, you know. It's fun to me. And it gives a bit more, you know, reason and purpose behind why I'm playing a game. You know, why did I, you know, I could have just played the brand new God of War when it came out, but I wanted everybody to know the story that led up to the newest one because I hadn't done it on stream. And I just wanted, you know, to refresh everybody. If you have played the God of War games, it was a nice little refresher. If you've never played a God of War game, it was a nice little like, hey, you know, whenever the new games do some callbacks, you would know what it is. So I did. I didn't have to. I fucking did. So, you know, little just things like that. You know, the new expansion for Final Fantasy 14 was coming out. And I was like, okay, I'm going to sit down and go through all of the cutscenes from the game so that you can see what's going on before we begin the new game or the new expansion. And that one took a while for multiple reasons. But eventually we got through it, and then guess what? I went through the story, the campaign in the expansion, and it was fucking amazing. Because I also look at, you know, if you have a theme of some type, you know, an idea behind your stream of whatever game it is you're playing, you'll tend to get more people to want to check out what's going on. Because then it's something unique. It's something interesting. You know, and now that's not to say that you can't, you know, do a stream or like make a YouTube video that's, you know, similar or, you know, talking about something that, you know, others have done and or talked about. You know, you can still do yours because your video will still have some unique aspects to it that the others won't. And that's perfectly fine. Your streams, you know, it's your perspective, it's your interpretations, it's your takes, it's your moves and actions. But if you come up with something unique as well, something that makes it stand out, more power to you. That's the other thing, like, I do think that next year or this time of year I will do another advent calendar, but I will make a generic, well, not really generic, but I will make one that is not necessarily customized for me, but will have a whole bunch of games, and I will put out a list of, you know, like a huge list of games, a huge-ish list of games that anybody who wants to participate in the upcoming advent calendar, I'll put it out, you know, like a month or two before, you know, December. That way people can get ready and, you know, make sure that they have the games. If they want to participate, they have the games, they have the means to stream them, you know, or record videos with them. And then make an advent calendar using 25 of the games from the list of, say, you know, 50 games, 50, 60 games, put challenges on them, and then let people, you know, play those games. Because, and, you know, and I think I'll do that because I've mentioned what I'm doing to quite a few people, and so many people have been like, wow, that's actually really cool. That's genius. That's a really smart idea. That's fascinating. You know, that's great. And so it's like, well, you know, if you want to give it a try, you can sign up for it next year. And I'll put out a link to the advent calendar, and then anybody who wishes to try and join, or, you know, wishes to do it, can do it and have fun. Because, yeah, like, I love this. Yeah, I like this. And that's the other thing. Like, yeah, I'll do the, you know, I'll make one for everybody. But then I wouldn't mind if Bomber once again made me a more customized one. And that's the other thing. Like, I could kind of be like, okay, hey, you know, if you want to do this, I'll make one for anybody to do. I'll make one for everybody. But if you want one that's a little more customized for you, here's the website that you can go to, find a friend, or, you know, find a friend who you would, you know, who would be willing to essentially put it together for you, kind of like Bomber did for me. And, you know, have fun, you know, let them make it, and, you know, here's the rules, here's how it works. I would be, you know, it's like, if you want a more customized one, by all means go for it. I am not going to stop you from making your own. But if you just kind of want, you know, to just see what I put together, because again, when you know, I'll make it, and it won't be just, you know, oh, play this game. I'll also put like little fun challenges on it. Like, okay, you know, play Super Mario 2, but, you know, on the NES, but you have to play as Toad, you know, or play Super Mario 2, and you have to start with Toad. And if you die and if you die and hit continue, you have to swap to a different character once, and, you know, something goofy like that. Like, and, you know, and you can't swap to, like, you have to go through all 4 characters before you can start going through them again. So if you die as Toad, you would have to pick either Peach, Luigi, or Mario. And then if you say pick Mario and you died as Mario and you continued, you cannot pick Toad. You'd have to pick between Luigi and Peach. Then if you picked Peach and then died, you would have to pick Luigi. And once Luigi died, then you could pick either Mario, Princess Peach, or Toad, and just keep cycling through that. Like, stupid little funny things like that. You know, play, you know, X game on, you know, Y difficulty with whatever, like, you know, just little challenge things like that. You know, see how, you know, or, you know, play this game, but you can only play it for this long. Like, once you've reached that point, that's the end. You're done. and see how many points you can get in that time frame, you know, or, you know, see how far into the game you can get in that time frame. You know, just little fun things like that. You know, hey, play the new Call of Duty, but you can only use these weapons. You know, you know, this is your loadout that you have to use. You know, or, you know, you have to, you know, make these loadouts, and then you have to play as this loadout until you get a kill, or until you get, you know, this thing, you know, X number of kills. And once you've gotten X number of kills, then you can swap, then you have to swap to this loadout, and basically, you know, like your own, my own customized gun game kind of thing. It's like, yeah, Fable music. You know, just stupid little things like that. So if you want to try those challenges, I could make it for you. But if you want someone else to make it for you, I could easily just be like, here's the website that we use to make the things. Have fun. Let your friend make you something, and I hope you enjoy it. Because, like I said, a lot of people I have told what I'm doing have been like, holy crap, that's awesome. That's genius. That's funny and entertaining. And it's like, yeah, thanks. You know, makes me feel good. Because it's like, I had an idea and people actually liked that idea. You know, and it would be kind of fun to like every year have, you know, have people be like every year waiting for, you know, what's the advent calendar going to be this year? You know, I think it'd be fun to, you know, be like, all right, what's the Dar advent calendar this year? Because in my personal opinion, like what I had, not personal opinion, but what I had originally hoped for when I was, because I was like, yeah, are there, you know, sites that can make an advent calendar? And what I had hoped to have had found initially was a thing, you know, an advent calendar that is like input, you know, things and then hit create, and it would take those things and randomly generate it. So that it would randomly put, you know, so I could put in a bunch of games into it, and then it would randomly put those games into the different, you know, days. And then that would, you know, and then it's like, okay, and so then I could just be like, all right, let's see what we get. Nobody knows, kind of thing. But the website that I did find that Bomber used is a decent website. Like, it's a really cool concept. It's a really cool idea, and it lets you put videos, pictures, you know, audio. You know, like you can record, you know, put a recording like an MP3 or something. So you can like send little messages and stuff. Because, you know, it's really more designed for, you know, make an advent calendar and then send that link to your entire family and friends. And then they can, you know, click on, you know, each day and be like, ooh, you know, what's this fun little message, or, you know, this memory or whatever. And so it's really cool. It's a really good idea, and it's a really cool website. But I'm using it for something a bit different. You know, not using it as intended, sort of. I mean, it is kind of intended because it's an advent calendar, but not intended because it's not for how you think it should be done. Cause see, what I would have liked also is, unfortunately, the advent calendar website, you make it and then it generates one um, one link to everything, which unfortunately mean, because another idea I had is like, if it got popular enough, I could like, you know, talk to a game company, like an indie developer, or or whoever. Probably be an indie developer, to be honest, but on a game that's like looks really cool, fun, and interesting, and then essentially just be like, hey, could I get, basically put out a thing of like sign up, kind of a sign up sheet of like, hey, if you want to participate in this, it's open to anybody, but the first X number of people to get in, to sign up will be put on this list. And then and it doesn't matter if you're streaming it or not, anybody can sign up for it, but then have it so where it's like that game company, if the advent calendar, if it was designed a little differently to where I could do it, be like, okay, can I get X number of codes for your game, however many people signed up, and then basically on Christmas Day, when people open up that final day, it would generate a code for them that they could then redeem to get that game. That would be cool. But unfortunately, the calendar doesn't work that way. Hello, Bread. No, I am not in a VC. Why? What's up? Everything okay, Bread? Just wanted to talk to you and sleep. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm surprised there's nobody else in any other VCs. Like, dead as fuck. Damn. That means hump day, so it's Wednesday. I'll tell you what, Red. Let's see. You are in my... Oh, you're in private bath. Mind if I join you in the private baths while I'm streaming? Hello there.
How's the stream going?
Pretty good. Computer surprisingly is surviving quite well.
I've had a nightmare of 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got food poisoning.
Ooh, that's not fun.
Yeah, so I was playing Fortnite with Bomber and Josh and that yesterday, and I was like, I think I'm gonna sit out the next round. And then I left the Discord, left Fortnite, and was like, I'm gonna throw up. Go do all that. And it's like a terrible hour and a half of just some of the worst shite. Then I feel alright. I wake up the next morning, another bad hour, and then I get, I feel alright the rest of the day, and I've been doing good so far.
Mm-hmm.
But now I can't sleep because I've been sleeping all day.
Right.
So I'm just sort of stuck in this terrible... So I thought, what'll put me to sleep quicker? A couple games of League. So that's what I'm doing. And I was like, oh no, soon I'll be in a voice chat. I would just be fucking dead as shit everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, it's Wednesday. And, yeah. I don't know. People just dead as shit.
Yeah. I can't wait till the 10th though. I'm going to enjoy it.
What's on the 10th?
My birthday.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
I was born on the 10th of December 2000.
Which is why you asked me to buy you something on your birthday.
Yeah, I was
like,
joking.
I know, but it's like, what? I think I was more confused because I'm like, is his birthday coming up? I don't remember when his birthday was.
No, I never get angry at that. It's like I don't remember where anyone else's birthday is. I don't expect you to remember mine.
Well, I remember Gizmo's because him and I have the same day. Like, we were born.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, obviously, I remember his. I remember Max's because his is the funniest in that he was born April Fool's Day.
He was born on April 1st. I love it.
But yeah, everybody else, I honestly don't. I remember Melody's birthday, but you know.
That's for different reasons. You live with it.
Yeah. But yeah, and everybody else's birthdays, I honestly forget. Yeah, I don't remember when anybody else's birthdays are. Wow, I'm a terrible friend.
Nah, I forget my own birthday. I think it's just is what it is. Like, yeah, if you tell me on the day, hey, it's my birthday, I'll give you the best fucking birthday you have. If you don't remind me, I'm gonna forget.
Yeah.
Put you down. We're acquaintances online.
I have no obligations with you other than that you are my friend.
That's it. We hang out every time, most of the time. That's it.
Yeah. There's a part of me that's kind of sad, but then there's the other part of me that's like, yeah, not really. That I will not be joining any of you guys for our VR chat New Year's Eve celebration.
Oh, where we watch fucking... Oh yeah, well we go to fucking Thingy World, don't we?
Well, we just go to Worlds and just get drunk and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, mostly because I'm not going to be here.
Are you off to see Big Mahino?
Yep. So I was like, oh, I won't be, doing the usual celebratory drunken, VR chat stream.
Drunken, stupid, bullshit that I love.
But then at the same time, I was like, but I will be in Hawaii with my parents. So
I would say that's arguably better.
Yeah.
Because you don't see your parents that often. It's not that good for me. It's like, I see my parents every day.
You're kind of getting sick of it.
I live in their house. They yell at me. It's all good.
Yeah. Thanks, Mahina. We'll get blasted together in Hawaii.
Get blasted together and play Final Fantasy 14. I wish my mum did that.
See, now Mahina has her new controller, aka a PlayStation 5.
Ooh, do you know, I recommend it. It's by far one of my favorite PlayStation controllers.
Oh, it's so good.
Because my top used to be PlayStation 3. I love that controller.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good controller.
Yeah.
And then
the 4
PlayStation 4, and I was like, yeah, it's not as good, but I mean, it's bearable. PlayStation 5, that's better.
Yeah. See, she got the controller and the console that came with it.
Well, I see.
That was the running joke. My dad would be like, I'm looking for a new controller for your mom. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, but I can't seem to find any. I'm like, they make a lot of PS4 controllers. You can find them everywhere. And he's like,
yeah.
Well, she wants the PS5 controller, and unfortunately the only the way you can get the controller is if it comes with the console. And I'm like, oh, I see what you're saying. She wants the new console. But
see what you're saying,
Yeah.
and you're not really saying it, but
Yeah.
I see it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get you. Like, oh, you can't get it without the console. Yeah, it's a DualShock 4. It's fine.
Yeah.
No. There is none in stock. There's some in Walmart right now.
Yeah.
Just fully not catching up.
So she got her new quote unquote controller.
Well, Mahina, I hope you know I'm extremely jealous.
Yeah.
I'm jealous because I've always bought a PS4. I've had every PS something since the PS2.
Mm-hmm. I am kind of sad that because I've had every single PlayStation, but I do not currently have every PlayStation because my PS1, I've told the story, but I got grounded and my dad took it away and took it to the office there on the Navy base. And then when I was not grounded anymore, which was like quite a few months later, it was the summertime and I was like, hey, can I get my PlayStation back? The one that I bought with my Christmas money. And my dad was
claimed it now.
Yeah. My dad came back and was talking to my mom and was like, it's gone. And I'm like, what? It's gone. And so that for my birthday that summer, I got a brand new PS2.
Yeah, that's at least there's like a rectification.
Yeah. But I was just like, because my dad was like, it's gone. And I was like, what? And like, I think you can see like,
yeah, a bunch of angry Navy men have taken it, and you're welcome to go down there, but I don't think they're gonna listen to you.
Yeah. So, but other than that, like, I have, aside from the PS2, I have pretty much bought every single PlayStation I've owned, and I still have all of them.
I bought my PS4. I didn't buy my PS3, but we got my PS3 in a very weird way. So we won it in a raffle. So technically, how'd you pay to pound for my PS3 when it was new? I love that. It's my best thing. Second thing I bought, Black Ops 2.
Oh, Black Ops 2.
No, it was Modern Warfare 3. That was when Modern Warfare 3 had come out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Modern Warfare 3, what a fucking game.
It was okay.
Well, yeah, considering it was my first introduction to the Call of Duty series, it was a pretty good one.
I'm kind of sad because Black Ops 2 was the first Call of Duty game that I played on my PlayStation. I played Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3 on my Xbox 360.
Yeah.
But then whenever I swapped over to my, just being like, fuck it, I'm playing on my PlayStation all the time now.
Yeah.
All that save data doesn't transfer over because no cross-platform compatibility. And so I'm like, I had so much stuff in Modern Warfare 2 and none of it is counted, because I remember Black Ops 2 would have like, hey, you know, if you played the older COD games, you would unlock these, you know, banners or whatever. And I was like, nope, I can't get those because I didn't play those on a PlayStation.
Yeah. I'm just gonna give a, because Mahina's watching, so she might understand. I'm playing support, and I've got a bit of a problem. So my ADC has 0 kills, so not good. I have 3 as the support, and it's not they're not trying to give the ADC the kills. They're just not that good, unfortunately. So I'm kind of just picking up the pace, or the slack, if you will. So that's where I'm at. I was just sat here and I'm like, I've been playing so passive-aggressively while talking about PlayStations I used to own.
Oh shit, I forgot there's a bench over here. I can power wash.
They can drag, but I don't think they're gonna do it. Probably gonna stream some League tomorrow. Kind of get into it. Basically, they've released a new skin for Mordekaiser, and considering he's the only tank I ever want to play, I need to get it.
You need it. It's not a want, it's a need.
Well, considering I already have the currency for it, because it's prestige tokens. It's like the rarer stuff. Like you have to spend a lot of money over time to get these tokens.
I see.
And I already have a load of them because none of the prestige stuff I've wanted anyway. So I was like, oh, I'll get it. And when it comes out.
I haven't played it yet, but I have seen the new stuff in the new season of Destiny. And
Jacob was telling me about that.
yeah, the Assassin's Creed crossover armor. It all looks really cool, I have to admit. But I'm kind of sad because I think once again the Warlocks got the better deal.
Oh, you mean those guys that always have the coolest armor but the shittest jump?
Yeah, they got the Altair outfit.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pitching me. And I know Jacob's gonna be all uppity as well.
Yep.
Because he's a warlock.
Yep.
My dumbass. Fuck.
Well, the Titans they got the Valhalla, the Viking one.
Okay, that's cool if you want to be a Viking, but I kind of don't like Viking stuff.
And then,
I love being a knight. I think that's cool as fuck.
Then you're in luck, my friend, because the Iron Banner armor that's coming out is the D1 Iron Banner. So the Titan is literally a medieval knight.
I get to go back to my D1 armor. You know that was my default armor set.
Of course it was, because you like knights.
I love that set. I've been waiting. How many seasons has it been?
Oh, what, since D1? It's been...
Since I've been able to wear that armor.
It's been like 5-6 years.
Bro, you're gonna make me re-download Destiny just to fucking have this nostalgia.
Well, that's the thing. So it's Iron Banner armor, and the first run of Iron... Because they're only doing 2 weeks of Iron Banner. The first week is going to be in January. I think it's like January 3rd. And then the second week, I think, is going to be closer to the end of the year for the season. And also, Iron Banner is going to be a new game mode never before seen called Fortress, where it's basically like Control Point, or not Control Point. Control Point. But whenever you're controlling it, let's just say sometimes Keitel's cabals might drop in and try to take it from you instead.
Oh, I see.
You know,
it's to fuck with Big Daddy me.
You know,
Zavala's calling in his booty call.
Well, you know,
I think that's so funny.
Saladin is, you know, a part of Keitel's war council.
I think that's fucking hilarious. Just, I respect it. You know, respect, game, respect, game.
Yeah.
You big angry man. That's fair.
I see you lurking, Ranche.
Are you lurking, boy?
But yeah, so Titans got the Valhalla skin, Warlocks got the Altair skin, and Hunters, the Hunter one, I will admit, looking at it, I was like, okay, it is actually kind of cool. It's the Roman one?
Oh, the Odyssey.
Odyssey, yeah. So they got the Odyssey skin. It's pretty cool looking.
I've had to relearn my Assassin's Creed because Jacob's been playing.
Yeah, I kind of re-downloaded them because they were all free on the PlayStation Plus program thing. But I've got the premium super duper one. And I was like, Valhalla, Odyssey, Syndicate, Origins. But yeah. And yeah, so the Odyssey one, I was like, it's cool, and I'll rock it. But at the same time, I'm like, but it's not Altair. Like, I would have preferred.
It's just not, is it?
The only one I would have preferred more than Altair would have been Ezio Auditore.
Oh, but yeah, no, Ezio is like a big.
Yeah,
We want Ezio. We don't want to give you that.
Yeah. But you know, then there's the story for this season. We finally get to see the body of Rasputin.
Yes, that's gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If he is not so Russian it hurts, I swear to all those potions. Remember, there's so few LA fans left, Guardian.
ever tell you how my idea, how I would have preferred, like, don't get me wrong, I am digging how they're doing the story in Destiny 2, going forward and everything. But did I ever tell you my idea of how I would have preferred the story to have gone?
Yeah.
With the
I
whole,
think you have, because you were like, I want this and this.
yeah. So,
Oh my goodness, man. God. Sorry, I am just absolutely clapping in the bot lane. I'm the support. I shouldn't be doing this well.
so you know how like the Traveler was asleep or dormant, and you had the speaker, and then the speaker was killed at the beginning of D2.
Yeah.
I would have loved for, as the expanding seasons and DLCs and everything was going, if all of a sudden Zavala started to hear something and basically comes to find out that it's the Traveler choosing him to be the new speaker, and he doesn't know what to do with it. Like, he's like,
yeah,
because he starts to realize that it's not direct messages, it's like
words, just
images and feelings and emotions. And so he's like, oh,
it's
how do I
fucking riddle?
Yeah. And so he would have to go through a internal turmoil of like, how do I interpret these things, and am I interpreting it correctly? So then that whole thing it would totally start to develop Zavala even more, because don't get me wrong, I like Zavala, but he is a very bland blueberry character.
Oh, he is definitely just a blue crayon.
Yeah. So this would have because then he would have started to have internal conflicts and all this kind of stuff. But then, as because then there would be the groups, and the factions of like, how do you know it's the Traveler? Are you really the new speaker? Are you all this kind of stuff added on top of, he doesn't even want it, because it's like, this is a heavy burden. Do I even want it? And as that's going on, all of a sudden, I would have loved for later on in the seasons, suddenly Ikora starts to hear something, but it's not the Traveler, it's the darkness. Maybe now we know him as the Witness, but before we knew that,
now
it was
he's
like
the Witness.
But like, what if she starts hearing the darkness, and suddenly she's like kind of the same as the Traveler, of like, she's just given emotions and feelings, and she's trying to interpret that. And so now Zavala and Ikora are like, what do we do with this? And they'll butt heads. And then, this was before Cade was, unceremoniously taken away, but then Cade would suddenly be the linchpin to be like, hey, you two need to work together. Like, he would, because that's kind of the impression I always got between, Ikora, Zavala, and Cade as a fire team, of like, Cade, even though he was the, crazy wahoo pizza time, crazy fun guy, there was always this hint. But there was always this hint of like, he was the one who keeps them together.
Yeah,
like,
he's the glue.
Yeah,
he's stupid glue, but he's glue.
But like, all that bravado and everything is kind of like a mask of like, he's his true intention, like, to throw people off, essentially. Like, if everybody thinks I'm the goofy goofball, whenever I get serious, nobody expects that. And so he kind of would be this one to step in and be like, look, you two are starting to, get heated at each other and get angry at each other, because, Zavala is like, hey, the Traveler is the right way because of this. And Ikora would be like, but we have this, from the darkness, and like, this is making more sense. And Cade would be the one to be like, look, you dumbasses, it's something it's just a power. That's all it is. How you use it is how you use it, which is kind of how we're going.
Yeah, I think because darkness isn't explicitly bad. It's just called the darkness.
Yeah, and it's the same with the light.
We use it all the fucking time. Granted, it's explicitly bad when you throwing nice spears at you.
I'll wait until the next fucking darkness power and Lightfall comes out.
I don't know if I want to.
But
how about we break it this time?
Yeah, but that's the thing, like, and that would have been like the
like Judge Yor, he was a guardian. He was evil though. Judge Yor was evil.
Judge Yor was evil. But like, I mean, that would have been the big story arc of like, we, the Guardians, and and humanity coming to basically, instead of choosing a side between the war of light and dark, going no, together, like like that whole thing. Because
Together we do more.
I honestly have a theory. It's like, okay, we've got 3 light powers, and now we're getting a second darkness power. And yeah, there's going to be a third one. They have said that, yeah, there's a third darkness power that we're going to be working on.
We like to work in 3s.
Right, but this is also Bungie. And their seventh,
Bungie, right?
and the 7th pillar, like they've always been about the 7s. I would not be surprised if they came out with a 7th power that was a combination of light and dark.
Oh, it's a light dark power. Sort of a gray area, if you will.
Exactly. I honestly would not be surprised. Everybody's always like,
oh
yeah, I can't wait to have the 6 powers. And it's like, there's a 7th one. I guarantee you there's a 7th one.
Dara, I want you to know, I was very proud of my gray area joke.
I'm sorry. It took me a second to grasp what you said. It's a bit of a gray area.
I said that and generally thought, I am not getting the credit I deserve for that pun mastery.
Look, I get bombarded with puns in my chat all the time. I'm sorry.
I know. It's just rare I come out and say one.
It is. Yeah, it was good.
Disrespectful. I'm not a big fan of puns. And then I say one, and then it wasn't reciprocated, and I was like, you know what?
I deserve the
For
respect.
once, I deserve the respect for this, I will admit, clever pun.
Yes, that is my theory, that there is a 7th one. And they are keeping it incredibly hush-hush.
I don't... Right, so, I need your opinion, Don.
Mm-hmm.
So, this guy has just yelled at me most of this game, and I don't know why, because I'm the only person positive with decent amount of kills on this team. And I'm a support. And he's just going, he said, Morgana, can you stop dying? So I'm like, okay, what have I died too much? I look at my thing, I'm 6 and 2. I look at his, 1 and 9. How is this my fault?
The numbers just don't add up.
The numbers, Mason, what do they mean?
Exactly, Mahina. It's a secret to everybody. Shh.
Mahina's gonna know. Mahina's played.
No, she's more talking about the whole secret 7th power in Destiny. Like,
It's all a secret, man. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean?
oh man, that's a narrative that I kind of wish, like, could you have fucking continued that with fucking Black Ops 4?
Oh, that was nice.
Because even though, even without the campaign, like Black Ops 4, with the whole blackout thing was like leading up to like this narrative, and it's like, this is okay, what's going on? And it's like, nah.
No, I don't feel like it. No, fuck. I think they were leading up to it, but Blackout didn't end up becoming what Warzone did eventually become.
Yeah.
So they were like, scrap it, focus on the multiplayer bit. We'll play that, get the next game out as soon as, and we'll make more money off that.
Yep.
Which is what they did. And they definitely made more money off the other one.
Mm-hmm. And then made Warzone 1.0 and was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Oh, we're seeing numbers. Oh, we're seeing numbers.
Especially because they were like, yeah, Warzone, it's free for everybody.
Yeah.
Same with Warzone 2.0 and DMZ. I think DMZ is free.
I don't know if it is. Either way,
Well,
I'm
it's
level
free right now because
250.
it's still the beta.
Yeah.
It's the
I'm
DMZ
prestige
beta.
250. I am the max level you can be, and it's only playing DMC because I love my haircut. I played a lot of the multiplayer. I was like, yeah, but it's multiplayer. It is what it is. You get bored. But DMZ, there's always something new to do.
This sounds
Also,
like they don't want to admit they can't play.
I play it 1 versus like 3 people most of the time, and I clap cheeks.
Don't mean to toot my own horn, but blacka blacka.
I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I've got a nice ass.
That is America's ass.
That is America's ass. As far as I'm concerned, that's America's ass. I think has to be my favorite line he's ever said.
I don't know. I also like the I could do this all day. Yeah, I know.
I could do this all day. Yeah, I'm alright.
Another Call of Duty story that I wish we would have gotten the continuation of was Call of Duty Ghosts. Multiplayer was shit, but my god, that story was great.
What a story.
Yeah.
I've had very much enough of this game, and I'm gonna just we should surrender. I give up. I'm done listening to Jax have an actual meltdown.
Might give up.
It's a normal game. It's not ranked. I'm not taking it all too seriously. Why the fuck are you having this rage boner?
Because of skill-based matchmaking.
I'm bronze. I'm shit at this game.
Skill-based matchmaking.
I'm playing to a support. I have the most kills on my team. This is not right. This can't be what it is. Fuck it, let's take Baron.
You have skill in losing? It's a skill issue.
It's a skill issue. By the issue, I mean they're not there. Skill issue is I've lost all the fucks and I don't know where to buy them all.
Oh, I've no more fucks to give. My fucks have run us dry.
I went to go fuck shopping,
But there's no more fucks to buy.
Got no
Oh,
more
I've
fucks
no more fucks to give.
I almost did that flash stun. That would have been lovely. That would have been just a little me moment where I went, yeah, you go, Tom. Well done. Well, I mean, the fact that I'm the only positive almost the most kills. The Jax has finally picked up a bit. He's on decent kills now. But that's just because Jax scales after a lot of time. Oh, Jax is giving advice now after being 1 and 9. I'm not listening to you. I'm just gonna play, like I normally do, like a smart boy.
You know, like a liar.
Liar. Like a crime. I love that.
I was over on the bench.
Why didn't you do anything? Because I was over on the bench. I love John Mulaney's dead. So, the Nazis. How did we get here? I was over on the bench. I was over on the bench.
I was over
on the bench. Although one comedian thing that I wish I could use but can't use is the Kevin Hart. Help me! Help me! I can't say that word.
kind of like the Boondocks. Read. It's like can't say it.
Read. Boondocks has so many quotable things that I'm just not allowed to say, for I am not that ethnicity.
Yeah.
Although I have a lot less problems because I'm ethnicity.
Yeah.
But I might be willing to take those problems if I could say that word simply to make Boondocks quotes. I know that's a very petty thing to have, but please. Please. That's all I ask.
Can I please get the N-word pass, please? Please, can I get the N pass?
I think I deserve it. I think I can make a load of moments better with such a pass.
A British man saying I can make a load of things better. Give it
Hush
the
now.
N-word pass. Doesn't really jive
That's
well,
it.
not gonna lie.
Hush. You're not meant to know.
Also, I know you're joking, Ranche, but it does feel like that sometimes. My skill is dying.
My skill is dying. My skill is playing support and just being better than you in every way, shape, or form, it seems. I love being an ADC because I suck ass at this game. I'm gonna go back to being a tank. Let me go top lane. Stay out my fucking way. Is that clear?
So what's really funny is my advent calendar told me to play Power Wash Simulator,
Yeah.
but I am doing free play to replay old levels, all the levels, because off stream a couple months ago I beat Power Wash Simulator.
You just had a moment, didn't you, where you're like,
I was
okay,
just
I'll
like,
play it, and then it's 4 in the morning, you're like, I finished it. I don't know how I got it.
yeah, I was like, I'll play off stream, and I was in a mood and didn't really want to think about anything, didn't want to focus on anything, and so I just played it and sat in a voice call listening to people while not really saying anything.
No, it's not
Only
voice
to
call.
then realize that the last level I had streamed was only like 3 or 4 levels away from the end of the game. I was like,
Yeah,
oh
I'll do
shit.
that.
I'm highly skilled at being useless.
I suck ass. Like a load of...
I've taken this medication that makes my brain function faster. So it makes you smarter? No, I'm just dumber, faster.
I mean, that would make you smarter, because you can realize the fault in it,
But then still do it.
but then still do it. And granted, you get that moment that most people will get, which is, no. I want to see how this plays out. As you watch your kid put the fork in the thing in it, like cube 7. And then he's not going to do that again, is he? He'll learn.
Only way
He's
to
gotta
learn
learn
is
the
to be
painful
stupid.
way. And sometimes I think it's better to add punctuation to such a moment. Crack a bit. Wait. I want to see how this plays out.
Doing 1,000
Mahina,
calculations
I've
per
seen your
second, and they're
Final
all
Fantasy.
wrong.
Mahina, don't say that. I've seen your Final Fantasy fucking account. You are the biggest flexer known to me.
Well, there's a difference between flexing and actually, being good. Don't get me wrong, she's good. She is good, but me and her both are terrible enough at Final Fantasy that when people are like, let's do Savage, we're just like, no.
I'm gonna stick on heavy mode. It's more fun.
Yeah, it's like, I'll do Extreme, but
I love that when people
Savage,
are
no.
when I played Doom, I started off on easy, and people were like, "Why are you playing on easy?" I was like, "Cause I want to beat the game first. I want to know what the
Exactly.
story is."
Like, I play it on normal.
I play on hard. I'll get 3 levels in. I have an anger meltdown. Put a hole through them all. No. I play on easy, but the AI doesn't even know I exist.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I play on normal first because I want to enjoy the game and play the story. Then if I want to
the
be
AI to
be
so
dumb,
stupid, they would know I'm back.
yeah, then if I want to be dumb and torture myself, I will play on harder difficulties.
Yeah, if I want to give myself a challenge, I'll put it on nightmare mode and I'll give it a go.
And then
10
die
minutes
in like
later when
10
I-
seconds, be like, cool,
Yeah.
that's it.
It's like, I respect speedrunners because they just play a game over and over again, and it's ridiculous some of the shit they can pull off.
Mhm.
The only game I've ever tried to speedrun is Superliminal.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty good at that because I have my crowning Steam achievement. Beat the game in under 30 minutes.
Oh, good lord.
I beat it in 20 minutes.
Damn.
That's not even a good time. That's like
Mm.
medium time when I was drowning. Me and Josh both got that as well. We tried our asses off of that.
Oh my god, I remember fucking so
Diablo, how much?
oh,
Alright, maybe there's that another flex.
oh yeah, she used to play Diablo too.
Bro, Mahina, come on here. I need a support. Talk to.
She played Diablo 2, she played Diablo 3. She played a lot of Diablo 3. But
Oh, Mahina, there are only 2 games I can boast I was ever like decently good at, which is Superliminal and For Honor. That's it. That's my repertoire of like, I was really good at these, probably could beat anyone with enough time.
Um, now I'm blanking on what I was going to talk about. Oh, do you remember the achievements for? Oh wait, no, you didn't. You never played Halo. Never mind.
I was never a Halo player, but I've seen it.
Well,
The completionist video for it. So
yeah,
I do know
so-
the achievement.
Well, so there's an achievement in Halo 3 when it came out that was you had to beat the final level in a team, in a party team of 4, so 4 players.
Yeah.
All of you had to be on ghosts, which you had. So the final level, you're actually driving a warthog, and the place is exploding, and you're trying to get to the Pelican as quick as possible. There's like a boss fight leading up to it, and then the very last part is the ghost or the warthog. But if you jump down from the starting point of that event, you will find a ghost, and so you can take that. And if there's 4 players, there's 4 of them there. So you have to beat that level with all players on ghosts, and all players have to get to the end on legendary difficulty, which is the highest difficulty, plus all of the skulls turned on, which the skulls add challenges of like, if one player dies, everybody dies, and you start back over. There's another one that if you die, you go back to the beginning of the level, not a checkpoint. There's another one where enemy weapons, when you pick them up, have half their ammo. They don't have a full ammo clip. All these different ridiculous ones, and so you have to do all of that on legendary. I have that achievement because me and my brother-in-law and 2 of his friends, we were like, we want to get all the achievements in this game. Fuck it, let's do this. And so it's like, we got to do this one.
You may be some of the only people in existence to have that, because you can't do it anymore.
Yeah, you can't do it anymore. But yeah, we were like, and this was on the 360, so it took us hours of.
Oh yeah, it's a Destiny raids level of concentration that.
Yeah, because again, nobody can die, because the instant you die, everybody dies and goes back to the beginning of the level.
You can't have someone carry you. You have to be good.
Yeah.
Because if you die, the team's blaming you.
Yep. So, so we were like super tactical, like comms were off the fucking chart. I think that's the only time I've ever played a multiplayer game with someone where I was like actually like doing calm call outs and shit. Being like, oh shit, my shields are down, I gotta wait till they recharge, don't push, like all that kind of shit. Like it's like, okay. And then whenever we got to the warthog or the ghost, it was like, all right, let's fucking do this.
Yeah, when like something's serious, because everyone's like, he's left main, looking down.
Yeah,
he knows you're there. Instead of, how many chicken nuggets you think I eat before I give up?
Yeah, before my body gives out,
They have found the number, by the way. It's 412, I believe it was.
Yeah, it's like, man dies from. Yeah, the article, man dies from.
You found the limit.
It's like, no, he found the limit. Yeah, not even good.
If you eat 412, you gain all the benefits without dying. And the benefits are type 2 diabetes. And a very high cholesterol. Your BPI's Bell's pancake.
Yeah, Ron Shave, it was some dedication to get that fucking achievement. Because I think what it was, why we wanted to get all of the achievements was because in Halo 3, there were multiplayer armors that were tied to different achievements. And if you got all of the achievements, it unlocked the katana sword that you could wear. It was the Hayabusa chest piece that would have a katana on your back.
Yeah.
and that was the only way to get that armor set. And so that you wanted to flex, you fucking rocked around in the full Hayabusa set, and it was just like, dude,
I ain't killing him. I'm leaving the lobby. There's
It's
no
like-
point. Why am I here?
yeah, that was a touch grass moment.
Like, I've said, obviously, multiple times, I've reached the max level in Modern Warfare 2 at
Yeah.
the minute. I'm now that's a very touch grass moment.
hmm And see,
And
oh, go
it's
ahead.
sad to think about it, because even if I still had a job, about that time anyway, because I only play it at night.
Yeah. And see,
Busy during the day.
to be honest, I kind of miss things like that in games. Of,
Yeah.
hey, you did this achievement, which got you this thing that you can essentially flex on everybody else to be like, yo, you see somebody rocking up with that, you're like, ah, hell no.
Like, there's League still does it, where there are skins in League for certain characters that you have to be a certain rank for.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, ranked as a system is still a big place, because if you're a challenger in League, you're a big boy, man. Like, no one's fucking with you.
Yeah.
Because you are, one of the most notable players in League is a man named Faker,
Mhm.
practically known as the godfather of mid lane. And he basically gets to challenger for fun. I barely get out of silver. I don't know how he does it. Great, he's pro, and that's his entire living.
Yeah.
He plays League, wins, because he's Faker. Faker does this thing where he takes characters that shouldn't be played mid, he plays them mid.
That's like low tier god. Do you know who low tier god is?
Isn't he that whiny bitch boy that gets
Uh,
angry at Street Fighter?
Oh yeah, but
He is
the-
good,
well, and the reason why he's called low tier god is because he will, anybody who says, oh, don't play that character, they are a low tier character, he takes it as a challenge, because he'll be like, all right, fuck you, and works that character to the bone until he can get it, and then goes and fucking destroys people with it. And when he
Yeah.
does, yeah, he gets cocky and and it's like, what's my fucking name? Low tier god. And it's like, okay, but yeah, it's one of those.
I respect what he can do. But
Yeah.
I think he's an asshole.
Oh yeah,
I
he's an
don't.
asshole through and through, but I like the idea of, and I've always been a proponent of the idea of, like, don't tell me what I can and cannot play. Don't tell me what is meta, because all that shit is bullshit. If you can, like, you can take any character or any weapon set or whatever, and you can make it fucking work. Like, if it works for you, it
that's-
fucking works for you.
Because, like, the two people
Mhm.
aren't normally considered. I play Mordekaiser, who's just a giant. He's an elder warlord that was fused to armor, became Lord of the Death Realm, and he has a bonky boy. I love him. He's my favorite character in League. I own every one of his skins, and I'm not changing who I play top. I don't care if he's not that. I don't care if he's at the bottom of the list at the minute.
Yeah.
He's my boy.
Yeah.
And Timu, I get that he's the, haha, that's a funny pick. No, pick an actual top, please. No, I want to play Timu.
Well, it's
I
like,
make Timu look like a fucking god. I build a Fort Knox in my lane. You come in my lane, there is 14 mushroom traps waiting to be triggered. Then I'm gonna spring out of the bush and shoot one dart into your arse. You can't even hit me now. And then you die slowly of poison while I laugh and watch.
because
And the heat of my...
yeah, me. Timo. Well, it's like, so, I haven't played Sea of Thieves since the new season. Because,
Mine doesn't even work anymore. I've fully given up on that game.
well, I've been doing the whole advent calendar stuff.
Yeah.
So, and whenever I do have my own free time to play something before I do the advent calendar, I've been playing Fortnite the new season because it's fucking awesome.
So much fun.
It's so much fun. But
I got a 12 kill game.
Good.
Solos the other day.
Nice.
And I still lost.
But I do want to play the new Sea of Thieves because I kind of like the idea of the on-demand PvP kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I've been hearing that so many people have kind of been a little upset with it because apparently the meta, which yes, you're going to get that with a bunch of PvP because now, arena's gone. So where do those arena players go? On-demand PvP. But a lot of people are like, it's just nothing but blunder bombs. People firing blunder bombs at you from the cannons. Because if they knock you off your ships, and they keep you off your ship, it's their, your ship sails off into the out of the arena, and eventually it'll blow up. Or they put some holes in you and then knock you off your ship and keep you off your ship. And people are just like, it's nothing but blunder bombs because that's the meta. And I'm like, I look at that when I see people being like, oh my god, it's the meta. Oh my god, I hate campers. All this kind of stuff. I look at that and go, that just means that I will now find a way to get around that, to piss them off, to show them that meta is bullshit and doesn't mean anything. Like,
yeah, the gun. Yeah, it might be a good strategy, but I know with the sniper, I'm still gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Because I've been playing the game since it came out. That's all I use.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty good with it.
Or, okay, you're really good at launching those blunder bombs at me. Well, I launched myself or my crew member over to your ship and I climbed aboard and killed you both, and now I'm sailing your ship out of the arena. Like, I've seen that happen. It's like,
we stole ships for fun.
yeah, like,
we have been playing that game. I think it's one of those games where, as a group, we have played it so much to the point where I will steal your ship. I don't care how meta you think you are. The bullshit wins out.
mm-hmm.
I've been that guy where they're like, oh, they're firing blunder bombs at us. Well, anchor ball them.
Yeah. Well, and see, that's the thing. So apparently in the new season, they've, to kind of help, quote unquote, balance things out, cursed cannonballs do not spawn as frequently as they used to. And
so much fun.
Oh yeah. And the cursed cannonball, like the green ones that affect players,
yeah,
do not affect players for as long as they used to. So they've shortened the time frame that it affects them. So that's why everybody swapped over to blunder bombs, because it's like they're abundant. You can literally buy them from the fucking shipwrights. And, again, it keeps them off the ship, and, so it's like, okay, well, how about I just get aboard your ship and throw them at you?
Yeah.
To get you off your ship, and then I steal your ship and sink you.
Using your cannons is cool, but that takes a couple seconds.
Yeah.
I can eat these fuckers at 5%.
Yeah, it's the same in Call of Duty. Like, oh my god, whenever I hear people being like, campers, oh my god, that guy's camping. Oh my god, he's such a piece of shit. And I'm like, if you keep dying to the camper and you know he's there, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah,
if you know he's there, fucking
he's
take
in
his
that
out.
corner, and he's been in that corner the entire game. I think I know where he's going to be. Anyway, drill charge, you're dead. Life's easy.
Drill charge, or even before, the new Modern Warfare, I knew where somebody would camp, and I would get killed by them a couple times. Be like, okay, you're just going to sit there. I wouldn't even go down the lane that he was camping, and I would just chuck a grenade in that area and just run around somewhere else and get a kill. And just be like, okay. And then I would just keep doing it. And eventually I would watch as all of a sudden, hey, he learned. Don't fucking camp there anymore. I know you're there. Like if I'm coming around the corner pre-firing at you, it means you're dumb. Get the fuck out of there. Like, we're learning. Don't be stupid. Because don't get me wrong. Camping is a legitimate strategy.
Yeah, no, I've got no problem with people that camp.
But the way you're supposed to camp is you sit in a spot, you get a couple of kills, and then you move to a different spot. Like that's how you legitimately do it. Because I do that. Especially if I'm a sniper, it's like I get a kill or two, and then I move to a new location so that whenever they pre-fire where I was, it's like, haha, you're dumb. Boom, you get my kill.
Yeah, because I've been obviously because I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, seeing what I
level 250. No, you've not been playing that much.
No, I haven't been playing a lot. I definitely have a life. So I've been seeing like how everything, like some of the builds, because you can tune guns now. So there's some weapon shit you can do.
Yeah.
And I can make a sniper so fucking fast. It's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Without
Oh, yeah,
that
I've been
little
killed by it
side
many
one
times.
that everyone's like, oh yeah, you need that little side thing. No, you don't. You can have a fucking 11 zoom, and it'll zoom down quickly. It's just right tuning.
Yep.
So I was like, I do better when I can aim down sight quickly.
Oh yeah, me too.
So if I get killed by a camper, it's like he's hard scoping. But if I know your general direction, I'm pretty good at with the snipers now. I'm just gonna quick scope your ass. I'll stand right fucking front of you as I do it as well, because it's funny to me. So they'll be stood there, and I'm like, yo, where I am, jump down, and they panic, they'll miss, because they have to flick, and they're not used to doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And my aim is bang, done, right. The next place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also, because, we don't take this shit seriously. Like, we understand it's a fucking game.
I mean, sometimes I take it seriously.
You take it seriously, but for me, I'm like,
That's
just
more
don't.
when I'm like trying to do a camo and I'm just impatient.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm always in there going for camos. Like, I don't care if I die 40 million times. It's like, did I get what I needed for my camo? Cool. So, but I also love to go in and just do shit that literally pisses people off. Like, running nothing but a pistol and getting, a fucking 25 kill streak. Just being like, do.
Oh, Ranchi, don't bring up Dead by Daylight.
Talking of PvP, I played quite a bit of Dead. Oh, yeah. Man in the Mind games in that game at times were fun.
I love Dead by Daylight.
I run to make a completely dumb turn, or instead of the meta running in circles, just keep going and just get away because they assumed.
I was ranked. I was a red rank killer. I played Huntress practically exclusively, and there's nothing more fun than hitting a hatchet from all the way across the map. It takes a lot of practicing and a lot of learning and a lot of fucking Huntress, but you can do it.
It's one of those, you'll never make that shot. Hold my beer.
Hold my beer. Like I've done all the fun things, and I will admit I'm tempted to re-download it because guess what they added? Undead Knight. That's my shit.
Undead Knight.
Yeah, he's the new killer.
Is he from something or is he an original?
No, he's an original Undead Knight, and I love it when they add original killers because as much as I love when they add Wesker and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I want something interesting.
Well, it's like the
Undead Knight.
It's like the level 100 in skin in the new season of Fortnite. It's an original character. It's like, holy shit. Hasn't it been like, years since that's happened?
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember, oh my god, I remember playing hardcore Black Ops 2. No, hardcore Black Ops 2.
Oh, I think I played a bit of hardcore, but because I used the Ballista and the DSR-50, all I ever did was play free-for-alls because I enjoyed it.
Well, it was in Black Ops 2 that I learned how hardcore actually works.
Ah, yes.
And so I learned, I was told, okay, everybody has 30 HP.
Yeah.
Instead of, instead of 100. Or no, everybody has 40, I think.
It's around 40, 50.
Yeah.
I think it was 40 in Black Ops 2.
Yeah, I think in Black Ops 2 it was 40 because what I found out was one of the, I forget the name of it, but it was the single fire assault rifle.
DS something or other?
Yeah. Basically,
I got that from timing and I hated every minute of it.
oh, I did too, because what I found, what I was, what I learned from, watching videos and stuff was that gun at maximum range, because the way that, to anyone in my chat who doesn't know, the way that Call of Duty does, at least they used to do their damage, was each gun had a range, and at close range the damage would be like, say, 65 to 71, And then at mid range, it would drop off to say, you know, like 64, or, you know, top level would be 64. So the bottom would be like 50 something. And then at anything beyond that was called long range. And that would drop off to like, you know, 30 or something. So this gun at long range
Yeah.
was 41 damage.
It's just every moment bullshit.
It
isn't
was a one-shot kill in hardcore mode, no matter what range you were in. I turned that assault rifle, I put scopes on it and turned it into a fucking sniper rifle with the fastest ADS ever.
Yeah, see, that was where I learned that most Call of Duty games, ADS is king.
Oh yeah.
If you can get down your sight faster than the person you're fighting, you are most likely going to win that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're a drop shotting shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, to be fair, drop shotting is a valid thing. I can't say don't do that, because you can. I'm going to think less of you for it, but yeah, no, you can't.
But yeah, I would hear so many people screaming at me because they'd be like, how the fuck did he kill me with the fucking, you know, the assault rifle at that range? And I'd just be like, yeah, exactly. Same with the pistols. Like, oh my god, I killed pistols.
My favorite thing to do in Black Ops 2 hardcore is you get the what was it called? Just no one used 5.7 pistol. I put a fucking silencer on that, and at mid-range it's still one shot.
5.7 pistol. Which one was that?
Yeah, 5.7 pistol. And it's a silencer.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't, and you'd kill at mid-range.
Yeah.
One shot. It was two shot at long range.
Mm-hmm.
And you could also spam fire that.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, right. So I took my diamond camo, my little Pikachu emblem, I spent hours crafting.
Yeah, I
I was like, right.
I had a Rainbow Dash emblem that I spent hours crafting.
I'm not surprised. I had a Pikachu emblem, I had the Stewie smoking weed, and then I had my gamer tag and a fancy font. That was all I ever used. And I was like, right. So I'm going to test my theory. I'm going to run Ghost, Scavenger, Tomahawks, Shock Stick, and we'll see how far I can... turns out, 2 nukes later, kind of broken. And the amount of like rages after lobbies are like, who's using that fucking 5.7? Me. On the mic. I don't know. Could have been anyone.
Oh yeah, Black Ops 2 had, like I said, because I learned about hardcore, so I didn't get the pistols to diamond, unfortunately, because that stupid fucking shotgun pistol had
the executioner.
Yeah, like one of the challenges you had to like, I forget what it was, but yeah, it was and it was just, for me, it was nigh impossible to get that many kills without dying in hardcore, because it's just so stupid. Because it's like, here's a shotgun that's in a handgun, but the bullets quite literally disappear after like, you know, 3 meters from your face, and you're just like,
I think I remember describing this pistol to my friend, but it was like, yeah, no, so this gun sucks.
Yeah.
He's like, so why does anyone use it? Well, no one uses it, but I see people get kills with it. Like, yeah, they're trying to get diamond pistols.
Exactly.
Where is it you use it? Dog ass. And I did get diamond pistols because I made it my mission. Like, 10-year-old me made it a mission.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting every gun diamond before I stop playing.
Yeah,
I did.
I tried that. I got assault rifles. I got all the assault rifles to diamond, and I think I got all the SMGs to diamond. but the pistols. No, did I get? I think I might have. Now that I think about it, I think I actually did get the pistols, but that fucking executioner just took fucking forever. Because then the one
normally it takes too long.
Yeah,
It's just like I can't be bothered anymore.
the one that I had the most trouble with, because I didn't get the shotguns. I got the snipers. I did get the snipers to diamond.
I have to admit, it was very easy. It was the one I found the easiest to do.
Because there were only like 4 in the game.
There was 4, and 2 of them were just ungodly messes that should definitely have had an aim down sight nerf 4 times over.
Yeah, and then the one that, the herpes spreader, as the dude calls it.
Yes. That was
the
the assault rifle with range.
Yeah, but if you were playing in normal mode, it was a 2-shot no matter what. Like they specifically designed it. Even if you got a headshot, it was still a 2-shot. But if you went into hardcore mode, any body shot's an instant kill.
Yeah.
So
it just made it.
Yeah, and and the camos to unlock it, you had to get 1-shot 1 kills, meaning you had to kill somebody in 1 bullet. Meaning you go into hardcore and you just kill people with it, and you're getting your 1-shot 1 kill.
Yeah, I remember just making it a hip fire machine, so I didn't even have to aim down sight, just ran at people, spam firing it.
Yeah.
And I went through it rather quickly, so I ended up doing a lot of that. And then there was something else I did to win, or at least beat that quest. Beat that camo. And I generally cannot remember what it is at this very moment. Oh yeah, it was the one where you have to do it with no attachments.
Oh yeah.
That one almost destroyed my sanity because I was only allowed an hour because there was one TV in the house.
Yeah.
My mum wanted to watch Coronation Street. And I was in the way. And I will admit, sometimes she gave me more than an hour. And I will admit, sometimes she just watched me because she was confused at what was going on. And she was trying to understand why I enjoyed it so much. I don't think she ever did.
Yeah.
But she tried, and I respect that. Mad to respect to you, Mom. You tried.
Oh, another game that surprisingly I played a lot of the multiplayer and was actually got pretty damn good at it was Uncharted 2 multiplayer.
See, I didn't even know that had a multiplayer until I gave it to a friend.
Yeah. Uncharted 2's multiplayer. Uncharted 3's multiplayer was like, it's funny. Uncharted 2's story was fucking amazing and the multiplayer was fun, but it was rough. You could tell like they kind of were still learning. Uncharted 3, the story, not so great, but their multiplayer was much more refined and I enjoyed it because Uncharted 2 and 3, like I played the multiplayer and was fucking destroying in those games.
Yeah. I like playing the games that are normally story mode and then going into the multiplayer because you see a lot of the people have very clearly don't play these sort of games.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know what to do. Why is he already 1,000,000 kills ahead of me? Someone explain this to me.
Yeah.
And before you can say, no, see, what you do is this, you've already shot them in the face, teabagged their corpse, and moving on to the next kill.
I remember the Uncharted multiplayer. I think it was the third one. No, it might have been the second one. No, it was the third one because I remember it was a castle map and the castle was from the main story. In Uncharted, the multiplayer, you got gold medals for doing certain things. Like, get so many kills with a pistol and you would get a medal. It was like the medals in Halo and stuff like that. And I remember throwing a grenade at where the enemies were, camping or whatever. And one grenade goes off, kills like 4 people, and I just got a wave of medals because it was just like, grenade kill 4 times, and then like, multi-kill, like all this kind of just ka-ching, 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 and I'm just like, are you ever going to stop?
I miss that in CODs. Remember when you used to just get a fucking cascade of medals?
Yeah.
Kill. You got a quad feed and it was just ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. And one thing I'm not a fan of the new COD is a lot of the calling card system's pretty good. The emblems, however, they all seem to be paid for, and I don't like that. I miss MW3's way of doing it, where it was a secret.
Oh
but
yeah.
When you unlock them, you're like, oh, this is cool.
That's how MW2 did it too. Because Modern Warfare 2, there was an emblem that you could only get. It was a 8-bit Mario, but it was Captain Price. And so it was Captain Price, but he was done in the old school NES Mario 1 style. And the only way you could get that was you had to get, I think it was like 20 kills with a sniper rifle. No, it was 20 kills with a sniper rifle with no perks, no attachments, without dying.
See, I reckon I could do that.
It took me a while, but I did it. Because I waited. I basically would make it so that I would get on high rise, because you have because there was a spot that you could kind of jump up on a ladder and get on top to a spot that had you just dead sight down the center of the map. And once people knew where you were, they would easily spot you. I think it was 12 kills. It was 10 or 12 kills. But I was still new to the whole thing. I didn't quite fully understand, the games. I wasn't great at them. So it took me a while, but I made sure it was domination. So there was a center, location that everybody had to get
reason for them to be there.
And I just sat there and just bah, bah, bah. And no, I think it was 20, because it was a ridiculous amount that took a really long time. But eventually I got it. And because again, no perks, no attachments. And I'm like, the no attachments I could do, but the no perks part, I was like, I can't have ghost. I can't have cold-blooded.
Anything that prevents just one predator missile from slapping your ass back to the Stone Age.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, let's do this.
I mean, there are games where I'm like, yeah, no, I know exactly what I'm trying to do here. And COD, when I first started, I felt I generally felt like an NPC, because I had no idea where I was, and some guy with I have to admit, very cool looking camo, which I later found out was diamond. No, it was gold, because it was MW3.
Yeah.
Had run around with a DS strapped to his gun, and killed me, and then went crouched up and down on my corpse. And that was just kind of how you learned back then.
Yeah.
And then you get better and better and better. And then you become the guy, seeing that one guy who's level 1. And you're like, I know how to teach him. You run around with your DS strapped to your sniper. You 360, no scope his ass back to the Stone Age. You teabag his corpse. And the cycle continues.
It's the circle of douche.
And it moves us off. But that's how you learn.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think I would rather learn it anyway, because I think it's what keeps me buying CODs. Because I just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I enjoy watching the kids today get miffed. And they're like, how are you this good? I was like, I've been playing these games since I was 10. I'm 22 now. Well, I'll be 22 in 2 days. I'm 21 years old. I have 10 years experience on you. Catch up.
Oh, I find it funny because
play Fortnite. You're like, I want you to build my IKEA furniture.
because growing up, I didn't really play first-person shooters all that much. I didn't even play third-person shooters. I was,
I imagine with your mother being a League fan, it was banned in the house. You had to play Dota or something.
You realize that as I was growing up, that shit didn't exist.
I know, I'm joking.
I'm much older than you.
Got the stick and the pinwheel was about your time, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, it was more just because I didn't really have people to play with, so I liked a lot of story-based games and like RPGs and character action games, platformers, all that kind of stuff. So Call of Duty, like I had dabbled in a couple of first-person shooters, like GoldenEye, but like it didn't really grasp me. And like I played Halo with some friends, but they were those friends that like mastered everything, and I had never even touched anything like it, and so they would just cream me all the time, and I'm like, whatever. But I finally decided to play Call of Duty.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, I played Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4, and it's funny looking back. Modern Warfare, COD 4, Modern Warfare. I think the highest level I reached was like 30 something. Because one, the level system wasn't great. It was still new.
It wasn't as refined. It
Yeah.
really took a while.
It took a while. Max level.
Like now, I probably could have done what I did now.
Yeah, max level is like 55, I think, was what it was.
And they made it, and it was a struggle.
Yeah. Then I played Modern Warfare 2, and I prestiged once. I never prestiged after. Like it took me a while to level, but I still wasn't very great at them. And then Modern Warfare 3. I think I prestiged once and almost got to prestige 2, but I just, again, that one I wasn't super great into. But then Black Ops 2, I max prestiged that shit.
Yeah, it felt like, because I remember playing Modern Warfare 3, and I'd get home every day from school, I'd be excited, and I'm like, right, I know what I'm going to do today. I'm going to try level up this gun. I only got 1 gold camo.
Yeah.
I was so proud of myself. It was the P90, and I never aimed down sight. All I played was free-for-alls, and I ran down and I hip-fired everyone. I got 1 Predator missile, I think, in my entire career, and I was a happy man. And that was just when I was younger. And then, like, I got onto Black Ops 2, and I was like, this is different.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I can do more here. Up to a couple years later, I am maybe a year or year and a half prestige master, fully diamond weapons. I am able to drop a nukes on a whim.
I've never gotten a nuke.
I wouldn't recommend it. It took me fucking forever.
Well, yeah, especially because like even now, I'm surprised at how much I can actually fucking dominate now. But like, even now, I can't get 30 kills without dying. Like I can, if I get like 15, I'm like, holy shit, I'm doing really good. If I get like 7, I'm like, woohoo, I'm awesome. But because
I'm ready.
Yeah, because I just, you see my playstyle. I like to just go headlong, run and fucking have fun. But it's funny because it's like it really depends on what weapon I'm using, because like throw me pistols, I will fucking run headlong and destroy. But if you hand me like a marksman rifle, I will sit back and I will fucking destroy.
Yeah, it depends on the way you want to play a game, because I was like, if I'm going for camos, I'm just running in, because I've got one objective in mind. It's either point blank kills, or if it's double kills, I'm running to your spawn, because I know there will at least be 2 of you. I don't care if I die, as long as I kill 2 of you before I do it.
Exactly.
But if I'm going for a high kill game, I'm specifically picking a certain gun that I know I'm going to be good with. I'm playing a lot safer, and I have decent perks on. Like, I'm running the meta perks. And I will hit, like, VTOLs, chopper gunners, as long as I'm aiming for that.
I mean, the fact that...
Every so often, you just pop out a weird one. Like, that you're using a pistol, and here you go, you got a chopper gunner, and you don't really know how you got here, but you're here now, and you're quite happy about it.
Well, I mean, the fact that the last time I played Call of Duty the other day, I was just playing by myself. I went on a fucking tear with a knife and got a VTOL. I was like...
Get a VTOL with a knife.
I was like, I've done nothing but kill people with a knife. I've literally been running headlong and just stabbing people. How did I get a VTOL?
I love that. It was beautiful.
I was like, well, I guess I'm doing better than I expected.
Well, one thing I like doing is I like having a gold knife. Because that says, hey, I'm willing to put up with a lot of bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Having a
And I'm
platinum
slightly
one is even
annoyed.
better.
Oh, I'm working on it. The launchers are a lot more of a pain in the ass than you think. Best way to do the
No,
launchers, by the way,
for the platinum knife, for the platinum knife, you have to get the knife and the riot shield you have to get their golds unlocked.
See, I haven't got the gold on the riot shield, but the way I've been trying to do it is I run into DMZ to level it up because I generally don't think there's a faster way of doing it.
Wait, do the gun levels
Yeah.
carry over to multiplayer?
Yeah.
Oh,
Same thing.
I thought they were separate.
DMZ, absolutely. Like, I'll take you in, just pick for your gun.
Because if that's true, then I need to get some fucking knives so I can level that shit faster.
Yeah, that's what I've been using those. I use weapon things when I run into a DMZ because it's half an hour match.
Yeah.
If you play all the way to the end.
Yeah.
And even if you're going in solo, you just pick up guns. And they just, for some reason, you just level up quickly because you're doing missions. And you're looting things gives you that. And then you're selling stuff and then you're buying guns. And
Well,
you kill
because
a lot of people.
Well, and because also, like, the way that guns or weapons are leveled up in Call of Duty in this one, if you're holding the weapon and you're sitting on an objective, that objective capturing points and everything, or whatever it is, adds to that gun's weapon as well. So that's why if you do objectives in DMZ, like doing little missions and stuff, and you're holding that gun when you complete it, all that experience will also go towards that weapon.
And normally, I only ever bring one gun in.
Yeah, because that's how
losing two guns is a pain in the ass, especially if they're five equipments.
Yeah, that's how some people were leveling up guns super fast when the multiplayer first launched. Is they would go into ground war, and they would see an enemy tank, somebody in a tank, and all they would have to do is throw that equipment that's the little personal radar thing, little radar dome. They would throw that onto the tank, and as long as it's pinging enemies, that's like 10 experience points. And so they would just throw that on there as they would drive around, and it would just constantly rack up the points, and they would just hold whatever weapon they wanted to level up, and it would just go. And it'll be like, oh, max gun.
I was gonna say, how long is your stream? Because I don't mind just playing a bit of DMZ if you wanna.
Actually, it's almost 2 a.m. I do need to call it.
Oh, fuck no. Why, you got work in the morning?
Yes, I work Monday through Friday.
I don't have a job.
Yeah, I know. And even when you did have a job, your schedule was, fluctuated.
It fluctuated, but the job I had, I woke up at 7, so I was like, I have to go to bed around 2-ish, because otherwise I'm not waking up.
Yeah.
In time.
Yeah.
And the other one was an afternoon, and I had to be at work at 2 in the afternoon. I was going to be awake no matter what. So I just streamed till whenever. And I'm going to get back into streaming, but I think for the last week and a bit, I felt really depressed, I think. Or at least I think I was because I didn't want to do anything, and all I did was sleep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is
a sign of depression.
It can be a sign of depression, yes. I mean, as someone who frequents that all the time, I understand.
I think it was just like, I haven't had an actual proper day off in a very long time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Yeah, I mean...
Because I have savings. I've got money.
Yeah. I get
going.
That.
So I was like, right, I'm going to have my first real holiday in quite a long time.
Until you realize it's not quite a holiday.
Not quite a holiday, and I need to go over to a neighbour's because he works from home.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see if who I can call to apply for that, because he was like, yeah, no, all you need is a good computer. And I was like, well, I mean, I've got that covered.
Yeah.
And I can answer calls on my computer, and I have a fucking amazing mic. So I'm not going to have problems with that, with a headset that costs more than probably the phone that they're calling on. So I was like, I can do that, and I can stream from home for a longer time. I could probably set my own hours. I'm like, right, I'll give him a call.
Look,
I need to draft it up.
me personally, I just want a sugar mama or a
I'd love that, Tara. I really would.
I just want a sugar mama or a questionably rich furry who is willing to be my patron. To like,
I love that questionably rich.
oh, anybody who has done art commissions know
know how
exactly
much-
what I mean when I say
know
a
how much
questionably
those-
rich furry.
I know how much they cost.
Mm,
Why do they cost so much?
and
I
it's
mean,
not just that.
obviously-
It's like, hey, I want, this, I would like to commission this art piece. And it's like, all right, cool. Here, I'm willing to give you this much. And it's like, I'm sorry, what? And it's like, here's more for more of this. And it's like, I'm sorry, where are you getting this money?
I have my ways.
Yeah. I mean, there's,
Do you know what funny is that? I heard. So I was wondering why. Well, first of all, it's because most of them work in IT.
right. That's why I love that
Okay.
meme of,
Most of them work in IT. They earn good money.
Yeah.
And I was sat there and I was like, how do furries earn so much money? So I looked up and I saw one story. Meth Kingpin. Meth Kingpin, first of all. House raided, and he was a fanatical furry. They have 4 suits, just tons of shit, and I'm like, that's how they're affording it. They're selling meth.
again, questionably rich furry. But yeah, I do love how that meme of like, I think it was like, I want to say like United Airlines.
Yeah, a load of furries on the plane.
Yeah, and they're
Everyone's
like, we're proud, we're proud to bring all these, these fans of the furry variety to their convention and wherever. And somebody just posted underneath it, do not let that plane goes down. If it does, half the US's IT department will be shit out of luck.
I was like, you are looking at server overloads because the people on that plane, I remember the photo, their fursuits were quite elegant, I would say. And I don't know a lot about furries, but I know the ones that they have, it's like 10,000 at least.
Oh yeah, it's not cheap.
You sat there going, that is most of Google, Amazon, fucking AT&T. That's all of their departments in one plane. If that plane goes down,
We're fucked.
we're back to the Dark Ages. Some of the highest ranking individuals in IT suppression are on that plane. I want a presidential escort.
And
I can't deal with it.
What's really funny is, initially, I, been like, oh, haha, funny joke, furries and IT departments, blah, 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 whatever. And then I got the job that I'm working at now. And first of all, I may not be as hardcore, but I'll admit I'm a furry. And I'm like, cool.
I've seen what you look at. I'm well aware of what you are.
But then one of my coworkers, who is a very, strange individual.
Extroverted is the best way of putting it without sounding offensive.
No, he's all very introverted. But he is like one of those ridiculously crazy smart IT guys. And
Oh, so he's turning the bucks.
yeah. But also, keeps very quiet about, his personal life and stuff. But I just kind of started to put the pieces together of like, I saw some stickers on his car and I was like, okay, it's either he has a pet or he has a pet, but I didn't say anything. I was like, okay.
And I saw his wife, which was a German.
More his boyfriend, but anyway.
My apologies. I didn't know.
Nobody did until one Christmas party. He was like, yeah, this is my partner. And we all just kind of were like, okay, the furry thing we all saw, but this we did not.
I will admit, hiding in plain sight.
Yeah. But like,
so focused on the furry thing, didn't even know he was gay.
But so I was like, okay, maybe, but it's one of those, like, you don't want to approach it or anything. And then I just started to notice, like, he would go on vacation days and he would mention where he was going. And I was started to piece together because I was like, because I follow some furries online, and I'd be like, they're going to a convention around that same time too, and in that same area, and I was like, I think he's a furry, and I told a couple of my coworkers, I'm like, I think he's a furry, and then finally he came to one of our game nights. We were playing like 7C or something, and he pulls out a binder, and it's just got furry shit all over it, and I'm just like, fucking called it.
I love it when you do that with a friend, when you find out that secret detective work. I'm not gonna lie, you could probably have broached the topic in just like leaving stuff on his desk, like I don't know, just a little drawing of a wolf. There you go. You like that?
Well, then
How about this? Have you heard of this rainforest thing?
well,
I saw it from IHE, not IHE, IH, Internet Historian. Crazy. And judging by his reaction, you couldn't do detective work.
yeah, and now granted, he has been a little bit more open about it, because I kind of was like, you're a furry, huh? And he was just like, yeah. I was like, nothing wrong with that. I'm like, it's cool.
Nothing wrong with that. That's cool. And he just turns around. You want to see my persona? I mean, like, yeah, you be what you want to be. I'm not. If it doesn't bother anyone, it's like,
Yeah.
as long as you're not like, I don't know,
I mean,
taking down planes, which I doubt most furries are doing. That's got to be hard to do in a costume.
I don't know. They can't exactly facial recognize you.
Yeah, that is a good point. However, they're going to notice the dehydrated man in a very big dog costume with the weapon as they finally get off the plane, and he's just drenched in sweat, and he's surrendering because he just needs some water. I just think there are a lot of times in life where you don't know someone, and I will admit, I think it's quite funny that you found out he was gay, but you suspected he was a furry before that. Like, it was just, no,
Well,
this has
hey.
thrown me for a loop. This has thrown me for a loop.
I
I'm
mean-
alright with it, but I wasn't ready.
Right, like once we kind of found out, I kind of sat there going, yeah, no, it makes sense, because unfortunately there is a large portion of the furry community that is of the LGBTQIA.
Yeah.
So like, it makes sense. I mean, it's not surprising. It's more surprising that because I think what really surprised us more than anything was the fact that he had a partner at all, because like, he's a very strange individual.
His partner is either, there is only two ways most strange people get a partner. They're just as strange as them, or they're completely normal. And
Yeah, no,
there's never an in between.
His partner seemed just as strange as him.
Yeah, okay, right, because the amount of I knew this girl, she was very weird. She was absolute fucking hilarious, but she's a very weird person.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could say this. Horny spares is the best way I'd explain this to you.
Okay. That's an interesting
There's
combination.
nothing wrong with it, but that's just, if you had to put it in words, those words would be the words I'd choose. And I met her again recently. She's still as strange. I swear she's the horniest woman on the planet.
And her partner is just as bad.
Works in accounting and is the most beige man I have ever met. If you had to describe him by a color, it would be beige.
He would be from the planet of neutrals.
Yeah, and
My gut says maybe.
I think he has to be hung, unbelievable. Or
he hides his crazy well.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what he does. Or he's hung.
Or he's hung.
Because she may be a horny spaz, but she's a hot one. It's like, I'm willing to deal with weird for that. And I did for a bit. because it's very easy. I wasn't exactly trying.
Yeah.
And we were already pretty good friends. And once I figured out, once the weird side comes creeping out, you realize that, yeah, no, she's practically down for anything. And I'm willing to take advantage of that. Not proud of it, but I'm also horny. So, you know, we're here.
The brains are conflicting with each other, and one's winning out.
The brains are conflicting with each other, and the penis is making a lot of good points. Like, yeah, it's easy. She's all right with it. You're all right with it. Go. What are you listening to me for? And the brain's going, no, we can't take advantage of this. We've known her for ages, and the penis is going, it's like, yeah, all the more reason. Way more. And we're still good friends. Well, I wouldn't say like the way that
You're good
like,
acquaintances.
I don't see her for 10 years, but if I see her again in another 10 years, it's right where we used to be.
Yeah.
Like, I know exactly where I'm at. It's that kind of friendship.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you've ended stream yet because I want to talk about it.
No.
Rather not do it on stream.
No, I'm still live. I'm getting ready to. I was about to be like, okay, I'm gonna, leave the call and go ahead and do my outro and everything.
I want to talk about one thing before, but I want to do it off stream because it's not really stream appropriate.
Oh, okay then let me deafen and do all that. So give me a minute. Okay, chat. That was interesting. Lots of fun playing some Power Wash Simulator. Yeah, we're gonna stop that. Swap over to this. We're getting late night with breakfast. Yeah, but it's also 2 in the morning, and I do need to get to bed for work. So I was kind of looking. I think I will send y'all over to Risky Rob. We have rated him many times before. He is currently doing Sea of Thieves, so since I haven't done Sea of Thieves in a bit, I can give y'all your Sea of Thieves fix by sending it over to him. Yeah, good night, Dream. Good night, Ranche. Good night, everybody. Thank you all for coming in. Anytime I do any games like Power Wash Simulator, which is just kind of a like a nice, calm, soothing thing, I just kind of get into a ranty mood and talk about anything and everything. And so I apologize if I went off the rails, but I also don't apologize because that's how my brain works. So, yeah, thanks everybody. So on that note, and again, tomorrow, come back in to find out what I'm streaming tomorrow, because I don't know. Nobody knows except Bomber. But, yeah. Once again, wash your hands because you're nasty. Stay healthy, stay safe. Don't be a dick. Sounds simple, but people make it more complex than it needs to be. And of course, as always, remember, you can do anything you put your mind to by telling yourself, I can. Because the greatest enemy we ever created is the word can't. And we stop that demon's tracks by telling ourselves, I can. Remember that and you can do anything. So have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. And we will see you in the next stream. Ciao matane, everybody. Happy holidays.